Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Antony transfer update as Man United receive improved January offer amid PSR decision. Manchester United winger Antony has struggled to adapt to life in the Premier League since arriving from Ajax in 2022. Manchester United have reportedly received an improved offer from Real Betis to sign winger Antony in the January transfer window. On Friday, reports surfaced suggesting the La Liga club were interested in signing the Brazilian to strengthen their attack. However, with Antony thought to be earning £200,000 per week at Old Trafford, Real Betis had requested United pay a considerable amount of his wages for the loan deal. With United battling against financial fair play, FFP, regulations, it is thought they were not keen on the idea of paying the majority of Antony's wages just to free a place in their squad. However, a fresh report from Marca has claimed that Real Betis have submitted a new and improved offer to United for the winger. It is believed that talks between the parties have intensified over the past few days, with Real Betis identifying Antony as their priority target. After discovering what United would accept to allow their winger out on loan for the remainder of the campaign, the Spanish club's second offer came considerably closer to what the Reds would require. Real Betis are thought to be keen to get a deal done for Antony as quickly and as smoothly as possible this winter as they sit firmly in mid-table. They currently remain in the Conference League and shall face Gent in the playoffs as they bid to qualify for the knockout stages. Antony's time at United so far has been an unmitigated disaster. It was perhaps best summed up by his miss from point-blank range on Thursday night while the Reds were trailing to Southampton. Fortunately, an Ahmad hat-trick saved the day and avoided further scrutiny on Antony. The Brazilian has bagged just 12 goals and 5 assists in 95 appearances for the Reds. Man United transfer news. Gyokeres' stance emerges amid possible Rashford swap deal. Manchester United have a long-term interest in Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyokeres, and the Red Devils have now confirmed where they sit on a deal as Marcus Rashford's future becomes clearer. Manchester United will be aiming to make it back-to-back wins this weekend as club chiefs attempt to thrash out a number of deals. The Red Devils saw off Southampton midweek thanks in no small part to Ahmad, who netted a late hat-trick. It gives the Red Devils the perfect chance to make it consecutive Premier League victories for the first time this season as they take on Brighton at Old Trafford. While there is plenty to think about on the pitch, there is also a lot to consider off of it. The January transfer window has just 2 weeks remaining, so United need to get a move on if they have hope of sealing a few deals. A number of stars continue to be linked with moves to Old Trafford, while there could yet be some exits. Find the best transfer rumors from the red half of Manchester below. Red Devils confirm Gyokeres' stance. Manchester United are still hopeful of sealing a deal for Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyokeres, despite Arsenal attempting to steal a march. The Swede is hot property after a stunning season, and reports earlier this week claimed that Arsenal were ready to activate his £83 million release clause. But United will not let him go without a fight. As per The Independent, United chiefs are still fancying their chances of signing the striker. They are hopeful that their relationship with Sporting, as well as the chance to work with his former boss Amorim, will see Gyokeres move to Old Trafford. United cannot afford his lofty fee this month, so are instead focusing on a summer swoop. Dortmund eye Rashford. While Gyokeres could potentially arrive at the club at some point in the near future, one man who looks to be on the way out is Marcus Rashford. Italian side AC Milan looked to be the favorites for his signature, but he now has another option. According to reports, Rashford has held talks with Borussia Dortmund, and the German side are determined to sign him on loan. A move to the Bundesliga could see Rashford reunited with former boss Erik ten Hag. The Dutchman has been working as a shadow advisor at the Signal Iduna Park, and it comes at the same time that current boss Nuri Sahin is under immense pressure. United interested in Gittens. And should that move to Dortmund materialize, that could give them the ammunition to seal a transfer going the other way. United reportedly have their eyes on one of the German club's brightest stars. As per Sky in Germany, the Red Devils are seriously interested in Jamie Gittens. The 20-year-old is currently in the middle of a standout season, having scored 11 goals for Dortmund this term. but United would face serious competition for his services from Bayern Munich. Ange Postecoglou confirms Man United transfer stance on Randal Kolo Muani. Manchester United had not ruled out the possibility of signing Randal Kolo Muani on loan from PSG in the January transfer window. Tottenham Hotspur manager Ange Postecoglou has all but confirmed that Randal Kolo Muani will be leaving PSG for Juventus in the January transfer window. Men's Sport reported earlier this month that United had not ruled out the possibility of signing Kolo Muani on loan this winter. The Frenchman is currently out of favor in the French capital, and Luis Enrique was keen to see him leave in January. However, reports this week have suggested that Kolo Muani is on the verge of signing for Juve, but there has been no confirmation from the club, suggesting United could still have a chance. However, in his pre-Everton press conference on Friday, Postecoglou was asked about the prospect of signing the striker with his club, having also been linked. The Australian admitted that his future was already sealed, and it was not going to be in the Premier League. "We were in," he explained. "Well, it depends what you mean by in. We've been interested and are looking at a number of players, but did we get to the point where we thought he was coming to us? No." Such an admission suggests that United have also missed the boat on Kolo Muani, and reports suggesting that Juve are close to his signature are true. There have been claims that the deal between PSG and Juventus have hit the skids this weekend, as the Parisians have reached the limit for the amount of players they can loan to foreign clubs. The Italian club are thought to be raging at this development. However, L'Equipe understands PSG plan on recalling Cher Dower and selling him to allow Kolo Muani to leave on loan to Juventus. Hence the hold-up in an official confirmation. Manchester United have one more solution for their goal-scoring problem. Forwards are being linked with a move away from Man United this month, when they may not bring anyone in whilst still on a minus goal difference. Alejandro Garnacho has a pre-match ritual of grabbing a coffee for his journey to Old Trafford. Friday's news could be more stimulating. Garnacho is not actively pursuing a move away from United, but the club's shift that any academy player is deemed fair game, as far as sales go, has drawn interested shoppers to their market stall. It is paradoxical that United, still with a minus goal difference, would effectively beckon bidders to the table for a player who was their top scorer this season before the Southampton salvage operation. Garnacho has gone from unsellable to sellable in 6 months. He is a victim of the Premier League's flawed profitability and sustainability rules that incentivize academy sales. That is manna of heaven for Chelsea and Manchester City, clubs whose academies have been cash cows for several years. United have not milked theirs but are famed for producing first-team-ready prodigies. Yet Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo, seemingly the poster boys of this new era, could have their images pulled down from bedroom walls of United supporting boys and girls. Garnacho's omission from the Manchester Derby squad last month is almost moot as speculation swirls. He has played in every game since, seeking to stay, whereas Marcus Rashford is looking to go. His style jars with Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 formation, though the Portuguese clarified Garnacho is striving to adapt. Garnacho was developed as a winger at a club famed for developing wingers and has been suddenly tasked with reinventing himself. He would be a like-for-like replacement for the silky Kvaratskhelia on Napoli's left wing. United ought to be dedicating their resources to shifting Rashford, a player who wants to leave so much he said so publicly. Only Ahmad has tallied more goals than Garnacho for United this season, and United's attack is flaky. With Rashford out of the fold, there is Antony, starter of 3 games all season. He last lined up in the Premier League in May. The two strikers, Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund, have 5 league goals between them. Then you're looking at Ethan Wheatley. Højlund last scored over a month ago, and is in the midst of his 3rd separate 8-game goal drought at United. He is goalless in 12 appearances for Denmark, and he will almost certainly be replaced by Zirkzee against Brighton on Sunday. Within the last month, Amorim has substituted Zirkzee for Højlund after he lost an aerial duel against Bournemouth, and substituted Højlund for Zirkzee after he lost an aerial duel against Southampton. The United manager evidently does not believe in either as the starting striker. Harry Maguire was ready to come on at 0-1, and he would not have been nearer the opponent's area rather than his own had Ahmad not leveled as Maguire. Man United transfer OFF after Dream Amorim signing convinced to sign different deal. The signing of a perfect player for Ruben Amorim, who imagined himself at Manchester United this winter, is off after the star was convinced to sign a different deal instead. According to a report, Man Utd's number one priority this window, at least from an arrival's perspective, is signing a left wing-back. All manner of names have attracted varying degrees of interest from Man United, including Nuno Mendes, PSG, Miguel Gyokeres, Girona, Anthony Robinson, Fulham, Ryan Aït-Nouri, Wolves, Milos Kerkez, Bournemouth, Patrick Dorgu, Lecce, and Alvaro Carreras, Benfica. Of the numerous names linked, a deal for 22-year-old PSG star Nuno Mendes looked the most ideal for a multitude of reasons. Firstly, Mendes played under Amorim at former club Sporting CP. What's more, the I-Paper reported ahead of the January window opening its doors that PSG had greenlit a sale. Mendes only has 18 months remaining on his deal, and the I-Paper, along with several other outlets, claimed talks over an extension had broken down. As a result, PSG had warmed to an exit, while Mendes himself was said to be high on the idea of reuniting with Amorim at Old Trafford. But according to a fresh update from L'Equipe, there's been a remarkable U-turn in Paris, and it's thanks to PSG manager Luis Enrique. Their headline read, "Wanting to leave and then extend. Nuno Mendes well on his way to staying at PSG." L'Equipe added, "In talks to extend for months, the PSG fullback imagined himself at Manchester United this winter, before seeing himself once again staying in the capital." As mentioned, PSG boss Enrique is understood to be behind the course change, with the Spaniard working wonders to convince Mendes to not only reject Man United, but to sign a new deal. Talks over a new and improved contract are now set to heat up, with Man United forced into exploring alternative left wingbacks. Who will Man United turn to at LWB? According to Caught Offside, the player Man United have locked on to now is Aït-Nouri of Wolves. The 23-year-old has also shown he's more than capable of delivering attacking returns from deep, with 3 goals and 5 assists to his name in the Premier League alone this season.